Hey everybody, so this is Sean from Junkyards and Barn Finds, and what I'm going to show you now is this giant stack, 3 or 4 deep right here, of all the model kits that we have here, or that I have here. And I'm going to go over them and show you all the models we're going to be building on Junkyards and Barn Finds this year. We also are going to be going to car shows and such once I get my leg. If you didn't know, I had my leg amputated due to an injury. So back in October, I still don't have my right leg, my new leg yet. Once I get that, we'll be able to go and maybe go to car shows and do some other things. But in the meantime, we're going back to building some models. We have everything in here from dragsters to trucks to airplanes to helicopters to World War II stuff. And we are going to be building all this stuff this year. Everything from muscle cars to Porsche race cars to 1950, I think it's a Lotus. But we're going to be putting all these together. And this video, I'm going to show you what we have for this year. And then there'll be some follow-on videos where we do some open box stuff as well as building. But for right now, this is what we're going to be building in 2026. So stay tuned if you want to see some really cool kits. A lot of these kits are new. And, well, they're all new, but they're new to you. They're new from round 2 or from other companies. So I'll show you what we got. And thanks for watching. So we'll see you in a second. All right, everybody. So we're going to start with the truck cabs. So these are tractor trailer cab kits. Most of them are AMT. Sorry. New mouth, trying to work that in. Anyway, so let's take a look at what we got here. And we do have trailers for this and other stuff, but we're going to start with these tractor trailer cabs. All right, first thing is an AMT white Freightliner SDDD. It's the 2-in-1 kit, so you can either make the big Freightliner with the 3 axles, or you can make the 2-axle kit. It's got the CF, Consolidated Freight, as well as the 75th anniversary Freightliner decals that come with it. You can see right back here, you can make 4 different versions of the truck. You can either make the short version without sleeper, big version with a sleeper. Also, you can make the big version with the 3 axles. You can also make the small version that has no sleeper, and you can do that with either just 2 axles or with the 3 axles there. Also, with this kit, it has a supersized display base that comes in the kit itself. It's inside here. So that's the first one. All right, next kit is going to be the AMT Kenworth Aerodyne Cab Over. This kit is an older kit, but it's real hard to get. So I bought this when it first came out. It's still wrapped up, and this is the Aerodyne with all kinds of the blue and white decals. And it's the Aerodyne that had the big giant sleeper on it. So this is the next one right here, AMT. All right, guys. The next one is the American Superliner Tractor Kit. This is actually a big kit, even compared to the other truck kits that are here. This is a nice detail. It's got a really nice optional plated grill guard on the front. It's a pretty nice kit. I don't know where we're going to use it, and you can see the decals are the orange decals that come with it. Of course, you don't have to use those. You can just paint it whatever color you want. This has all the directions inside it. I don't know where AMT got this kit from, but anyway, there's no directions on the back, or none of the sprues or anything on the bottom like there are most of the other AMT kits. All right, let's pull down. Next one is the classic Mack truck, R68 5ST. If you think of a Mack truck, This is the Mack truck you think of whenever the name comes out. So again, another AMT kit, and it's the 3-axle kit. Does not have the sleeper on it, so it'll be good to use with any of your flatbeds or construction trailers, and we'll go over trailers later. And as you can see, here's all the sprues that are here. Not a lot of decals for this one as far as the other decorative decals, but you can still build it and use some of the decals to, I think there's some that are like a stripe that goes around here and stuff. So anyway, this is a workhorse model, and we'll be building this one as well. Now, there is another Mack here. There's actually a couple more to do. All right, so we have this Mack, and this is the heavy-duty DM800. This is the one that has the squared off, basically just construction-oriented, work-oriented metal front end on it, unlike the fiberglass one on the other ones. Again, no sleeper. This one has some really cool decals. As you can see on the side there, you've got a really cool decal so that you can make a really nice patriotic themed truck. And there is no sleeper for this, and it does have fenders and mud flaps and everything that came with it. So another cool video. All right, next one is going to be a Revell kit. So the Revell kit, this is the Kenworth W900 Aerodyne. Does not have a trailer that comes with it. It does come with a couple different paint schemes that you decals for paint schemes. So you have the lightning flash there, or the standard stripes. You can see those. All the parts and part trees are inside. Unlike the AMT kits, the Revell kit has a pre-made chassis. So the frame chassis is already pre-made. You don't have to put that together. All right, next we're going to look at this. This is the GMC Astro 95 cab over. We don't see a lot of cab overs anymore because they changed the way that they measure, that the DOT measures trucks. And so that's why we don't really need cab overs. Before, they would measure them from the front of the hood all the way to the tail of the trailer. Now they don't count the hood or anything of the truck for the lengths that they use. So anyway, this is the Miller High Life version. It comes with all the Miller High Life decals and such like that. And it also has the ones that you can use on a trailer, the champagne of beers. So we have the big, I think these are the big ones for the trailer if we want to build a trailer as well. Anyway, it's a cool truck, the GMC Astro 95 cab over, and you can see that it has all the parts shown on the back. Let's go to the next one. Next, we got the Kenworth from AMT. Kenworth Conventional W925. This is the classic Kenworth. The one when everybody thinks of a tractor trailer. This is the one that was used on Smokey and the Bandit. Again, this is a very, very cool, very specific truck that even people that don't know tractor trailers, when they think of Kenworth or tractor trailers, this is the one they think of. It's got a very long frame, so it's the long frame version. It does have the standard sleeper. If you have a kit that you want to put a bigger sleeper on, you could. But this just is, like I said, your basic tractor trailer that everybody thinks of. And as you can see, it's got all the parts on the back. It does come with Watkins. So if you want to make a trailer and put Watkins on it, that comes with the details for a trailer that matches it, and to put decals on here. So it's got the small Watkins here, and then it's got the big thing for the trailer if you want to do that. So that's this AMT kit, the Kenworth Conventional W925. All right, the next one, the Alaskan Hauler Kenworth Conventional. So this is actually a real truck. the Alaskan hauler. You can go online on YouTube, you'll see some, and they came with a lot of steel, a lot of squared off fenders, squared off lights and stuff that are not standard for Kenworth conventionals. It comes with real chains and everything else for this. It comes with a ton of extra parts for this thing. So if you are looking for a really cool kit to go with your low boy flatbed or something that's going to be up in like your logging trailers or whatever you want to do, this is a really excellent truck. We'll be doing this one. Again, everything's on the back. It does have some decals for a trailer. All right, that is the Alaskan hauler Kenworth conventional. All right, guys, we're getting close to the end of just the tractor trailers of the tractors we're doing. We'll go to the trailers soon. All right, GMC General truck tractor from AMT. This is the Coca-Cola edition, and it comes with a ton of Coca-Colas on the decal sheets, if you can see them right there. It has a brand new decal sheet for Coca-Cola, standard sleeper, and the GMC General conventional truck right here. So we got that right there. Sorry about the dog barking in the background, but dogs bark and there's nothing I can do about it. Next, we've got the Diamond Rio. So the reason I got this was my cousins Matt and Andy, growing up, their father owned Brandywine Machine Tool in Brandywine, Maryland, my Uncle Tom. And he had a Diamond Rio. I want to say he had a Diamond Rio dump truck, but he had a Diamond Rio, and I really remember that truck from being a kid. Anyway, so this has 300 detail parts. They don't make Diamond Rios anymore. You see them at truck shows occasionally. Comes with both white, blue, and black decals for the truck, which is nice because you can use them because they're for a conventional. You could use these on other trucks if you wanted to as well. Any ones you don't use here, they're really good to have for any of your other truck kits. But this is the Diamond Rio tractor, and so that one's that one. All right, next. All right, guys. So here's the last two that we have. We've got another GMC Astro 95. We did have the Miller one. We got this one as well. I got a second GMC. I don't know if you'll see me build it. Probably will. But I'm going to build this one because I wanted to go with a specific trailer that we have. And I'll show you that trailer in a little bit. But it's the same AMT GMC Astro 95. The same as the Miller truck. Just has different decals with it. And then finally, we've got the Mack Cruise Liner. And this one I got just because it's a cab over that's a Ryder truck. It's Mack, which is very cool, but it's also got all the Ryder truck decals and stuff, so we can use the Ryder truck with any of the trailers that we have, and you'll see the trailers coming up shortly in the next segment. So this is the Cruise Liner. They were pretty rare, honestly. I don't remember seeing too many of those on the road back in the day. And again, AMT, this has everything on the back, and it's got the Ryder truck decals for both the truck and a trailer if you wanted it. All right, so that is all our tractors from our tractor trailer. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We've got 13 tractors. So, and we're going to do the trailers next, and I'll show you what trailers we have and for mix and match. Okay, so this is all our trailers. You saw the tractors for the tractor trailer. Here's all our trailer kits that we're going to be building this year. First one is the Auto World AMT. Now, this is a small box, but it's the same size as those. When you build it, you can either build a build it two ways. You can either do the compact one for the city, or you can do a larger 36-foot for a highway rig. So this is a kit. I don't know. I got this on clearance for $6 at Hobby Lobby. I wish they had about 6 of them because I would have bought them all, but they only had the one. It was $6 on clearance. So I don't know if AMT is making them. I haven't seen them for sale anywhere else, but I look forward to building this one. All right, next the Rat Fink Frohoff van. So for those of you who like race cars, as I do, and we're going to be building them, this is the Rat Fink trailer. Now I'm hoping it comes with some decals for a tractor. That's why we got that second Chevy Astro tractor for this. Rat Fink obviously has got some all the big trailer decals. I'm hoping it has some small ones for a tractor, because the tractor here, the model of the tractor, which is an International, this thing is like $100, and I'm not paying $100 for it when I can just paint the same green one of a kit that I already got for $40 and do that. So this is the Rat Fink trailer from AMT. Next trailer, we've got this one here. Actually, I ordered it, and for some reason this thing had to come from overseas. This thing came from the UK. And this is the Frohoff tanker trailer for the semi. It comes with all the Gulf gasoline livery decals on it. It's just a gasoline trailer, tanker trailer. And it comes with all the Golf stickers. You can see them right here. So, I think it doesn't have anything for a truck. It might. I don't know if it has anything for the tractor. Okay. Next, after that one, we've got a couple flatbeds here. So we have the Great Dane extendable heavy duty trailer. And this one is an extendable trailer. It also comes with a giant beam right here. It does slide. And as you can see, it comes with wide load decals and everything else here. And it does come with a load, and the load is a giant beam. Just like that. I think it's one beam. Could be two. I'm not sure. Haven't opened it yet, but very cool trailer. Now, this is the second flatbed trailer. And this one comes with some steel on here. It also comes with the chains. I believe it comes with the chains. And this is just a standard flatbed Frohoff 40-foot heavy-duty platform highboy. And so we'll build this with this particular load on it. I don't know what tractor we'll use with this yet. So the Frohoff, this is a standard highboy. Next, we have the timber trailer. This is an Italier trailer. It's a 3-axle trailer for logs, and so we'll be building this one. This one also came from overseas, and it's got 3 axles, but we can still use it here in the US. All right, this one here is the lowboy trailer. It does come with a load of this big electrical load and everything. However, I have a Huey helicopter model that's coming that is pretty close to the same scale. And we're going to use this trailer to be hauling that helicopter, because Huey helicopters, because of the height of their rotors and such, they have to be carried on a lowboy. And I thought it'd be really cool to make a lowboy trailer that we can use. And so it's got a lowboy deck on it. Here's the lowboy. It does come with a load here and some other stuff, but we're not going to use it for that. We're going to put the helicopter on here. I'm not sure what tractor we're going to use. And we have the last two here. We've got the same lowboy trailer as you just saw. This one also comes with that construction bulldozer kit. That bulldozer kit is absolutely totally cool. We will build it. It just is not for the faint of heart. There's 500 pieces for this thing. We're going to build it, but it's probably going to take, that may be a long build. And then over there, we have CF Consolidated Freight double header. So it's the double trailer that has the single axle on the back of the trailers, and it also has the dolly that goes under the front, or the fifth wheel dolly for the back trailer. So we're going to be building that one too. They're two 27-foot exterior post double vans. And so that is all of the trailers that we have that will go with all those tractors you just saw. All right, guys. So that's our trucks as far as tractor trailers go. And when we come back, we'll go over some specialty trucks that we're also going to build. All right, guys. So this is the next, the next group is going to be like specialty trucks that we haven't built yet. So I'll show you some of these. These are going to be kits of specialty trucks. All right. So this kit here, the AMT, I believe it's a 64 Chevelle El Camino pickup with custom camper, and it's a 64. It's got some really cool, ton of decals for it, but the biggest thing with this is it comes with this camper top. So we're going to be building this one. This came out, I think, last year, maybe the year before, but it's got a whole bunch of cool stuff with it, and I wanted to build it because of the camper. So that's the first thing. Next is Ram Chargers, the advanced design transport truck and dragster. So it comes with a dragster, but it comes with this very cool transport truck right here. So it's two kits in one. Let's see. So that's what it looks like right there. And so that's going to be a really cool kit, and you can see on the back. So here's the dragster, here's the truck parts right here. Very, 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 very cool. All right, guys, the next truck that we're going to talk about, next kit, is going to be the snowplow kit, the AMT Ford LNT snowplow with salt spreader. Now, we just had in Florida for the first time in like 10 years, we had snow. This is February. We're the first week of February. We just had snow. Right now, it's still freezing cold outside, which is weird for Florida. But, whoops. This is a very cool model truck. And so we're going to be building this one. It's a snowplow with the Ford LNT 8000 dump on the back. And it also has the salt spreader and everything. So in honor of the freezing cold winter that is right now, 2026, we'll be building this. All right, next truck is this auto car dump truck. It's got a Montone ultra strength heated body, but I just love auto cars. I love the way that they stick out past their wheels and everything else. I wanted to find an auto car tractor for the tractor trailer stuff, but honestly, I don't know if they stopped making them or whatever, but AMT, they're not available at AMT or round 2 models, which makes AMT stuff. They were, but suddenly I should have bought one last summer when they were making them, but I guess they're stopped making them for a while. We'll get one down the road when they come back, but very cool. These trucks are just awesome. I love auto cars. They just have such a rough, cool style to them. And it comes with a ton of decals, as you can see right here. All right. Next, we're going to have these two. We've got the Chevy Wedge and a Ford ramp truck. So we got the 1970 Ford 1970 Ford F350 ramp truck, and then we have the 1972 Chevy Racer's Wedge ramp truck. So they're both ramp trucks. This one has 2 small wheels in the back, although you can build this one as just a 72 pickup truck, but we're going to be building a Ford and a Chevy ramp truck. So that's what we'll be doing there. And this one is a Mobius model, which means it's going to be like 10 times harder than the MPC model, because it just is. All right, next, let's look at this. So next, we're making Captain Hook's 1979 GMC record. This is an old kit, although they just re-released it, which when I got one, I don't know if there's still any available, but it's basically a custom square body Chevy GMC I think it's GMC. Could be a Chevy, but it's one of the Chevy or GMC pickup truck slash wrecker rather. It's a wrecker. So they just re-released this, and this is the one that I bought. I haven't opened it. Hopefully there's no damage. So 79 GMC wrecker. There you go. So it's a 79 GMC wrecker, and this will go along with some of the other wreckers we made, especially that one Mobius one we made. All right, we've got the Firestone 1978 4x4 pickup truck. And we've got a 1976 Chevy Sport step-side 4x4 pickup truck. So we'll be building both of these. I don't know when, probably summer. These seem more like a summertime build for the model. The snowplow will probably be doing sooner than that. But these two, both of them are older kits that have been re-released many times. Especially this one, the Firestone 78 Ford 4x4. All right, let's see. Next one, or next couple, is going to be the Ford L700 truck. Or I'm sorry, the Dodge, not Ford. Sorry, Mopar guys. The Dodge L700 truck flatbed racing trailer. So this is technically it's a tractor trailer, but it's more or less a racing ramp truck. And I really want to, I have a couple cars you'll see when we get into race cars here in a minute that will work great with this. It says Dodge Racing Team, though they're not Dodges. That's the problem. Actually, we do have one that may work with this. Anyway, very cool. I've seen these kits built. They got great decals, colorful decals. And then, of course, this is, there's all the parts right there. And then that's the look of it when it's done. You have the ramps, you have the trailer, you have the tire racks and everything else here. And then you have a really, really cool tractor there. All right, next we have, well, let's look at this one first. So we've got the Coca-Cola Dodge D50, 1980 Dodge D50. If y'all remember these little trucks, every part store had them. They basically were, I think they were made by either Mitsubishi or Nissan. I don't remember exactly who they went with, but they were really made in Japan, but Dodge put their Dodge things on it. It was 1980. I was in ninth grade when this came out. But it's got a lot of the V-kit, the decals for Coca-Cola and everything else. But it's just a very cool truck model. And we'll be building this one. Okay. Well, next. This here is not a 1/24th scale. This was a gift to me. I have never built this. This is a 1/35th scale. So it's a pretty decent sized kit. It's a Tamiya, so it's got a ton of parts. It's got figures, 5 realistic figures that go with it. So this is a World War II German 8-ton semi-track anti-aircraft half-track. So what we'll do is we're going to build this one, but we're going to use the figures and we're going to make a diorama from this one, definitely. I think a winter diorama would work great with this. So we'll do that with this one. All right, next one is the Peterbilt wrecker right here. And I built probably 3 of these in my lifetime, but I think I built one when I was in 8th grade, which would have been around 1980-ish, probably when it came out. Don't know what happened to that one. I didn't rig it or anything because at the time I was just getting, I was starting to do some cars and trucks at the time, but I'm mostly into airplanes. And then I own another one, probably 1984, 85. I never finished it. So here's another one, Peterbilt wrecker. So it's got all kinds of decals. It's got all kinds of extras, gas tanks, jacks, CB radio, 55-gallon drums. It's got tool chests and push brooms and ladders and flags and all kinds of crap. So we're going to be building this one. I don't know how it's going to be painted or anything yet, but you can see the giant decal sheet here. all these parts. I think it's got like 350, 400 parts. So this will be a nice big build. Not sure when we're going to do it, but it will be this year, guaranteed. All right. The last two we got here are basically a set. So we've got Tyrone Malone's hideout truck, which is the Kenworth Aerodyne ramp truck. Yep, this is a ramp truck. Check this thing out. It's huge. It's the ramp truck for his racing truck, for his drag race truck. So there you go. That's what it looks like. So it's a big giant ramp truck right here. And as you can see, the racing truck's going to fit on it. I'm pretty sure you can see that right there. So, and of course we have the racing truck right here. And this is the Kenworth custom drag truck, Tyrone Malone's drag truck, and shows some of the earlier paint jobs, the black paint job. There's the Aerodyne, the Kenworth Aerodyne transporter. So we'll be building these as a set. When we build them, we'll build them both within a week of each other. I think they'll each be a separate build just because you have to. These things are way too big to build on the same video. It'd be a 4-hour video. All right, so there's our trucks. Next, we're gonna look at muscle cars, race cars, and then we have a couple kits that are combination kits. All right, everybody. So now we're gonna move on to race cars. So there's a couple different kinds here. As you see, we don't really have any standard. We got dragsters in here. We got funny cars in here. We got Porsches, road race cars. We got classic antique cars in here. So let me go through what we have. All right, so like I said, this is the Blue Max long nose Mustang funny car. It's about 1972 Mach 1. It's like a 72, 73 from MPC. And the Blue Max, I don't know exactly which one it is. I haven't done any research on it yet. I remember seeing this as a kid racing, though. Harry Schmidt's Blazing Mustang funny car. And we'll be definitely building this. And I think we're going to use this with the blue Ford ramp truck that we showed earlier. Next is a Porsche 962C, the Jägermeister 962. And what year was this from? 1987. So this is a 1987 Porsche, so race car right here. So we'll be doing that one as well. And this is a Smur. I don't know where Smur is from. 1/24 scale, a 1950 Alfa Romeo Alfetta. Really simple model kit. It only had about like 8 or 9 pieces, but we will be building this one. It is a very cool. I've seen the finished product of this, and it was definitely worthwhile getting. You can get these on Amazon. They weren't that expensive. I think it was like $10 or something. All right, next one we have from Atlantis Models. This is an old kit, been around probably since the 80s. It's Tom McEwen's Mongoose Dragster, but this one is actually no gluing, no painting, 3-color mold with the Hemi engine and water slide decals. And this thing is a snap-together kit. So this is a really good, easy kit. But at the end of the day, it's very, very cool for your shelf. I don't have a lot of dragsters. So this, would be pretty cool just to have on the shelf. So as you can see, and on the back, they also have a whole set of different funny cars. And they're just as simple, and they're basically, if you look at them, they're all level 1, like, maybe 10, 15 parts. They're all molded in color. So they're available as well. I don't have any of them yet, but they're from Atlantis-models.com. And if you're just getting into model building, or you want to do something simple and you like funny cars, here's the funny cars. They're all from the 70s. All right, next one is, let's go with this one then. Junior Johnson Racing. This is a Salvino's JR models. This kit here is really for people that have been building models a long time. This is Junior Johnson's Racing 86 Chevy Monte Carlo. Now, I got this one. If you look on the channel, you'll see that I did a 1970s Monte Carlo, I believe the Mountain Dew car. I know some of you are total big giant fans of Salvino's JR models. I am not. I didn't know them when I bought them. I've built 2 of them, and one I built on camera, one I built off camera, and I will just tell you, I am not a fan of these. They are difficult. The parts don't seem to fit that well. Ones I've built, now I haven't built this one yet, but the ones that I did build, which were early ones from what I'm told, they had a problem with fits. They have like a buy one, get one, everybody's the same chassis on them because the chassis parts were really weird. But we will probably give this one a try when I feel like self-loathing myself, because I really don't want to ever build this model. But I will. I'm not going to say it's going to get finished, but I would really like to have one of these 86 Chevy Monte Carlos from NASCAR in my collection. All right, next one here. Revell's Ford GT Le Mans 2017 car. This one I just saw and I just like, yeah, I have to have this one. This is going to be a pain in the butt to build, I am sure. It's got a ton of parts. It's got tons of decals. It's going to take a lot to paint it correctly. But, I mean, look at the detail of this thing. This thing is going to be a cool build. Hopefully it fits. I've not seen one of these made yet. I don't see any that have been built on the channel. I may have missed them, but we're going to build that one. Next, this is a Revell monogram kit that I think it's from around 1990. Let's see, I think I saw it on here somewhere. Copyright. I can't see it now. Copyright. Anyway, it's in the 1990s. And this was obviously Dale Earnhardt's RCR, good wrench, the big 3, the black 3. So bought this over at a indoor flea market for $20, and haven't built it yet. It was not opened, but the shrink wrap was so shrunk I had to take shrink wrap off so it didn't wreck the box. But it's an old school monogram Revell kit, and we're going to go ahead and build it because I'm not a kit collector. I am a model builder. Some of you guys go, why'd you even open that kit? Because that's what they're there for. They're there to be built. All right, next one is this Revell 7. Whoops, sorry. The next one is the Revell 70 Plymouth Duster funny car. And I just got it because I thought it was freaking cool. It's got like flames on it. It's a Duster. It's got the police headlights or police sirens and everything on the roof. So it's just a really neat looking model, and I just wanted to get it. And I thought, hey, Flashpoint, that's pretty cool. Plus, I needed something to put on my one of my ramp trucks. So there you go. So we have that. All right. So now we have just these 2 combination sets that are left. This is the AMT Cal Drag combo. It's got the Ford Galaxy and the Ford Falcon funny car. And the reason you could tell this is going to be a funny car is because it's got the wheel well moved up. Because the wheel well is not, I don't believe it's all the way in the back. It also comes with the trailer. So it's basically got 3 pieces in here. You got the trailer, the funny car, and the Galaxy. I think it shows these. Yep. So you have the funny car, called funny cars originally because they moved the rear wheel wells up forward. That's where the name originates, but this is like a first generation Ford Falcon funny car. You've got the car trailer here, right there, car trailer. And then we have the Ford Galaxy right here. So, and then here's the bottom, and it shows all the pieces we're gonna have and a ton of decals. So we don't even know how we're gonna build this yet, but very cool. All right, and finally here, I'm sorry. Okay. All right, and finally, the Revell Bronco half cab with dune buggy and trailer special edition kit. See, special edition right there. All right, so this has both the dune buggy, the trailer. Actually, it's three things. So it's got the dune buggy, the trailer, and the Ford Bronco. And here's the kit right here. You got your Ford Bronco tow vehicle with the half roof on it, and the dune buggy, and then the dual axle trailer, and then a ton of decals here. So we've got a ton of decals, and we'll be building this as well. So, and it's from Revell. So anyway, that's the race cars. That is the multi-kits that come with more than one kit in them. Next, we will go to see what we have for muscle cars. All right, everybody. We're now going to look at all the cars, if you want to call them muscle cars or whatever, that we're going to be building this year. Let's go through them in order of the year. So we have a 132nd scale 60s 1960 Thunderbird hardtop. I built one of these a couple years back. They're the AMT scale stars. They're basically very simple. They only have a couple pieces. These were originally made for slot cars back in the molds were for slot cars back in the 1960s and 70s, early 70s. 132nd scale. They're great for my Lionel train platform. So got this as a gift. We will be finishing this one up this year. Next is the 1961 Chevy Impala SS. This is an AMT 1961. It's a very cool kit. It is one of those kits that comes with a lot of extra pieces. So you can do a couple different things, but this has the 409 cubic inch TurboFire V8 and 4-speed transmission, 125th scale. So we will definitely be building this one, 1961 Chevy Impala SS. Next is the 63 Chevy 2 Nova station wagon. This comes with a variety of different decals and such. This is a curbside style kit, so it doesn't really have an engine. Oh, sorry. No harm, no foul. So it doesn't have an engine to build. It has like the top of the engine inside here. We built one of these. We made it a phone company car before, like 2 years ago, but for some reason I have a second one. So we're going to build this one, and we're going to see what we can do. Maybe we'll make all the different sides primer and everything else and make it kind of a beat up driver car. So we'll do something fun with this one. Next, 63 Chevy Impala SS hardtop. We had the 61. This is a 4-in-1 with the advanced customizing kit. You can make it into a race car. It comes with all other different custom grills, custom rear ends, all kinds of stuff that you can do to it, different tires and everything else. So that is what this one is. You can even make it a NASCAR race car. It comes with the decals to do all of that. And so this is a 63, which my mom had a 63 Impala, as well as a friend of mine named Clinton Kahn, who Clinton just passed away recently, but when we were kids, he had one of these. It was, I believe it was like cherry red. It was really cool, I remember. Traded his 1970 Nova for it. All right. Next, 67 Chevy Impala. Seeing a theme here. The 61, 63, now 67 Chevy Impala SS 427. And this is, I love this body style, actually, the 67 SS body style. And it comes with the big block 427. So we'll be building that one. Then we have, I believe this is the 65 Chevelle? It's called Surf Wagon. And I believe it's a 65 Chevelle wagon. It doesn't say. But you can build this stock, custom, drag race, or as a surf wagon. Comes with a lot of really cool decals. Comes with surfboards. It comes with 2 surfboards, headers, roof racks, different grills, different hoods. Comes with some stuff like ramps and stuff if you want to use those for a shop, which we probably will. We'll probably put a lot of the stuff in our new shop shop model that we're doing. The shop layout, another speed shop. Anyway, it's got all kinds of cool stuff. I've seen this built a couple times. We're going to build it as well. Next is, in order here, we got to go with the 69 Country Dodge Charger. Now, this kit here is the kit that used to be the Dukes of Hazzard Charger, the General Lee. But then after all the hoo-ha back in the around 2021, when, God forbid, a rebel flag appear on anything in the world, they changed this one to the Country Dodge Charger. So we built the one that looks just like the General Lee. This one we're going to build total different paint job and everything else, different wheels and all. So glad we have this one as well. So we'll put this in our collection. Next, 70 Chevy Chevelle SS. This was my high school car. Not this one. Actually, that color gold was my high school car, except mine also had a vinyl roof on it. Which you'll see at the end of most of my videos. So this is the 70 Chevelle SS from AMT, and it's got the big block engine, the 454, and all the SS stuff trim. We'll be building this one this year as well. Another 70 here, the Baldwin Motion Camaro. Now I did a whole video on Baldwin Motion Camaros, Corvettes. We've shown some Camaros we've had. We've shown Corvettes that we've had, real ones. Also shown a Baldwin Vega, a real one that was here at a car show. Anyway, so this is the Baldwin Motion Camaro. The only thing that has been stopping me from building this in real is I don't know what color I want to do with it. I really don't. But it has all the Baldwin stuff on it, the side pipes, the special Baldwin hood, all the Baldwin wheels, and it's got the Baldwin had this stripe that would go down the sides and up and over, and it has its own, they have their own rear spoiler and their own hood. So this one we will be building. I don't know if it'll be green. I don't know what color. Next is a 70 Corvette LT1 ZR1 Coupe. Speaking of Corvettes, we may be featuring a real Corvette that is not mine, but been sitting in the driveway here at the house for about 2 months now. Belongs to somebody else. That is not mine, but it's a very cool car. It is a C3. It's not a 70 LT1, but we have a 70 LT1, which had the metal bumpers in the back and the front. Let's see, 1970, we have the 1970 Pontiac Firebird, and we have this one, and you can either do it in blue or you can do it in white. And my friend, I believe John Wright, who I went to high school with up in Pennsylvania at Central Bucks East, John Wright had one of these. I want to say it was the blue one. It could have been the white one. It was white and blue, but I forget which one it was when I was in high school back in '84. Very sweet car. But we'll be building this one as well. Okay. We've got 74 Torino Cobra. So this Cobra, I believe the Cobra was the one that no, it wasn't, because it was the Daytona. It had more of a flat front end. But 74 Torino Cobra had a big block. I believe this one has the 429 in it, or the 428. But it had the same engine as the Mustang, and we have not built this yet, so we will be building one of these from Revell. And let's just look at the last thing here. We've got our monogram Dodge Viper Dream Rides RT10, a 1978 Dodge Monaco California Highway Patrol car with that Dodge Monaco, which appeared all over. I actually have Chicago. I have decals for Chicago because we could make that like a Blues Brothers one too if we wanted to. We have the 1971 Duster 340. We have the 1971 Olds 442 W30, which, if you guys know anything about Olds 442s, then you know my friend that I grew up with, Troy Thornton. I went to high school with him. His wife, Lisa Markovich, was a really good friend of mine. In fact, her dad taught me guitar lessons. I knew her and her sister's whole family. We all went to school together. And he is the #1 person in the world, if you ever watch Barrett Jackson, that builds the 1960s, 60s, and 70s 442s. All his cars go across, and he is the #1 builder in the world out of Pennsylvania. I believe their shop's up in Quakertown. But Troy was in my high school class, and he had awesome cars even back then. He had a sweet, I believe it was a 67, it was either 67 or 68 Camaro convertible that was light blue, and he also had a monster truck back then in the day. Ford 71 Mustang Mach 1. We're going to be building that one from AMT. And we're going to be building a 71 Plymouth Hemi Cuda 426. I honestly like the 70 Cudas much better than the 71s, but for some reason I cannot find myself a model of the 70. But we need a 71 for the collection anyway, so we're going to go ahead and be building the 71 Plymouth Hemi Cuda with a 426 Hemi in it as well. So next to last is I'm going to show you two model kits that we're going to be using, or we're going to be building for this year. One is going to be a helicopter, one is going to be an airplane. They're kind of special. That's next. We've got this giant 1979 Pontiac Firebird Trans Am. Actually, it's not Trans Am, it's just a Firebird, I guess. Well, 1979 Pontiac Firebird 1/16 scale model kit from MPC that we haven't made yet, but we're going to be building that one as well. So that ends the cars. And so next, let's take a look at two aircraft that we're going to be building for two very specific reasons. All right, guys. So here are the last two models that I have to build this year. Now, here's the thing. I buy models all the time. So this may be all, these are all the ones I already have at the house ready to go, but it's not saying that I might pick one up somewhere down the road and go, hey, you know what? I want to build that too. So this one here is the Puke Airlines one. This, what they call it, Spin and Puke, whatever they call this one here. It's the Convair 990 Coronado. This is the one that goes weightless that NASA uses to train astronauts. It goes weightless. Everybody has seen the pictures inside where they take you up and then it flies up and then it nosedives, then it flies up, and each time you go, the people go weightless in it. They've taken celebrities. You can see 1,000 of these. So anyway, this is a model of that plane from Atlantis. I think it's a 1/100th or 1/400. I'm not really sure, 1/144 scale, but we're going to build that one. This over here, this UH-1 Huey gunship, this is a 1/32nd scale. So 1/32's pretty close to 1/25th scale. It's the difference between would be maybe about a foot in scale. So something there that's 5 feet on this would be, or that's 6 feet here might be equal to 5 foot at a 1/25th scale. But the reason I'm getting this, and I got this Huey gunship, was to use on the back of one of the flatbed lowboy trailers that I'm making for the 1/25th scale trucks. So this also came, it's not just a Huey gunship, but it also has a rescue version that you can build from this kit. And honestly, it's like maybe a ½ inch smaller than 1/25th scale would be, but it's close enough that the human eye is not going to make a difference. I saw somebody use one of these at a show, a modeling show, and I think it looked awesome as being carried on a lowboy 1/25th scale trailer. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to build that one as a rescue and then put it on one of the trailers that you saw earlier in this video. All right, everybody. So that is what we're going to be building this year in 2026. As you can see, I'm now in a wheelchair. I've lost my leg back in October, and it's just good for me to use my hands and skills. So I don't have a new leg yet. It's now February of 2026, and so I just wanted to give me something to do. Once I get a new leg, I'll hopefully be able to go to car shows and everything else and go back to doing some real cars and everything else. But for now, it's winter, it's 2026, and I'm in a wheelchair, so we're going to be building some models for the channel. If you want to support the channel, you can always do some super chats for financial support. If you don't want to do financial support, please put comments down, put subscribe, all that kind of stuff. Watch the videos. That's the best way to support the channel. And need some support now because it's not working anymore as I'm going through all this amputation stuff. So anyway, thanks a lot. We'll see you next time. Next time, hopefully, it will be either me getting a new foot or me working on a model. So that's pretty much where we're at the moment. All right, guys, because it is not safe. I don't have a leg. It's not safe for me to go anywhere where I can't, where I could possibly be stuck without any way of getting out of harm's way. Even if you have a flat tire, I can't really go anywhere on the side of the road in a wheelchair at the moment. So anyway, thanks a lot, and we will see you next time. And I appreciate everything. Appreciate you guys sticking with me for the last 5 or 6 years. Thank you.